Hey everyone, so I'm going to talk all about coloring pencils and specifically the 3 sets of coloring pencils that I recommend in my workbook. Now, not all coloring pencils are created equal, so I quickly wanted to just explain to you why I really love these coloring pencils and just like a little background on how coloring pencils are created so that you can actually understand why you are going to get frustrated and you are going to struggle with really cheap and nasty pencils. Okay, so the ones that I recommend is the Faber-Castell Color Grip. I also recommend the Faber-Castell Black Edition and the Derwent Color Soft. Okay, so when you look at coloring pencils, they have a lid on the inside. That's what actually makes the color. So now any color medium contains pigment. Now you get really good quality pigments and you get really bad quality pigments, and the cheaper the pencil, the worse the quality of the pigment. Okay, so the quality of the pigments can get really bad, and then also the cheaper the pencil, the more binder they put with the pigment. So to get it into that shape and to hold its shape, they actually combine the pigment with a binder. Now this can get very technical, don't have to worry about that now. Just understand that there's a binder in here with pigment. The more expensive pencils, like artist grade pencils, they have really good quality pigments and they have a really good quality binder. Now the cheaper the pencil, the less of the actual pigment they put in, and they put in more binder. That just gives you a very hard pencil with very little color payoff. Now, what is color payoff? That is when you actually take the pencil and very gently rub it on a piece of paper. And the amount of color that actually goes onto the paper, that is your color payoff. Okay, so when I talk about color payoff, that is what I'm talking about. How much actual pigment is going onto the paper. All right, so let's look at the reason why I prefer these 3. So the color grip pencils are very inexpensive, but you get a really good pigment with a fairly soft pencil, and you get a really nice color payoff. And I really like the gold in that set. It's really easy to color with, and it's very satisfying to color with. You won't get frustrated with this pencil. The reason why I love the Black Edition is because of the vibrancy of the pigment. Now these were designed to actually work on black. So here you can see the red in the Black Edition and the red in the color grip. This one is a lot more opaque and a lot more visible on the black than this one. This one almost looks a little bit translucency, and the lighter colors actually leave like a white milky color. So they're made to show up on black paper, and that is why they are so super vibrant on white paper. So if you like a super vibrant color, and also these are super creamy, so soft, really nice to color with. Then if you really enjoy mixing your colors and you want a little bit more expensive color pigment without paying an arm and a leg, your Derwent Color Soft is the pencil for you. Very, very vibrant colors, and they blend amazingly well. The colors just really were made to blend extremely well. How do you test the pencils that you've got lying around at home? So now you've got pencils, you've bought them for the kids. You're not sure if they are actually going to be worth your while to color with, or they're actually going to frustrate you. The best way to test if a coloring pencil has decent pigment is to take the yellow. So yellow is the color that the cheaper the pigment, the less color you're actually going to get on the paper. So to know if the coloring pencil that's lying around at home has got a decent amount of pigment and the binder is not too hard, you take your yellow and you hold it a little bit further back so you don't apply too much pressure, because you actually want to test how much pigment is going onto the paper. I'm going to hold it a little bit further back, and I'm just going to go very lightly back and forth. And I can see that there's already a really nice color payoff that's going onto the page. So that is a really good sign with a yellow pencil. The other way to test is to hold it a little bit closer to the tip, apply a little bit more pressure, and just see how easily it glides. And if the tip actually works down a little bit, If you make real deep indents into the paper, but there's not a lot of color going down, then you know that binder is super hard, there's not a lot of pigment, and you're going to get frustrated with these pencils. So try and get yourself a set of coloring pencils with decent quality pigment, with a really nice color payoff, and you will actually enjoy your coloring session. Okay, I hope you enjoyed seeing how I test pencils, and this will also just help you to grab the pencils that you have at home and test them and see which ones you would actually like enjoy coloring with, because you get a really good color payoff, and you don't want to get frustrated with a pencil because then you're not going to enjoy your coloring. So rather go for a pencil with a better color payoff and a bit of a softer binder. It also will help you with a better informed decision making when going to buy pencils. So, but start with what you have and just test them and play around and enjoy your coloring.